Riding season is here. Bike's been checked. Annual service is done. Just one more thing I gotta do.
Morning, Dr. Morgan's office, Debbie speaking.
Hi, it's Paul Beilstein calling. I'd like to schedule a prostate exam, please.
If you want to get to know a biker, take a ride with him. And if you want to get to know a prostate cancer survivor, meet Dave Valentine.
I've lost a former father-in-law, my dad. 3 of my really close friends have all died of prostate cancer in the last 5 years.
So now, Dave volunteers with the island's West Coast Motorcycle Ride to Live, an organization dedicated to saving BC men fighting against prostate cancer.
There's the bladder there, and there's the prostate acting almost like a funnel through which the urethra goes.
I met with urologist Dr. Kinahan at the Prostate Center in Victoria.
So that would be the next step. If he thinks it's too high, he'll refer you to a urologist. They'll give you a check over it.
What we essentially try to do is educate patients so that they can be a part of their treatment journey, that the patients feel like they're an advocate for their own selves and that they can play a role in the treatment process as they deal with their diagnosis of prostate cancer.
Prostate cancer is uniquely facilitated by the presence of testosterone. So that's the male hormone that all men have coming from the gonads. And that can stimulate or at least permit the ongoing unruly growth of cells.
Left untreated, cancerous cells can mutate further and possibly metastasize or spread to other parts of the body.
It's become a situation not if you will be diagnosed with prostate cancer, but when will you be diagnosed with prostate cancer.
It is a killer, it certainly is.
The Canadian Cancer Society says it's the 3rd leading cause of cancer death in Canada.
It doesn't discriminate. It can kind of hit anybody. Prostate cancer is generally diagnosed later in life.
My best friend and I were diagnosed the same day.
But we do see some younger men, yes.
I don't care how big and tough you are, when somebody starts using that C word, puts you in your place.
At age 67, Dave Ferguson's prostate cancer metastasized to his hip. He's convinced regular checkups could have caught it earlier.
And it may have not got to the stage of being inoperable, in which case I could have had it out and we could have moved on.
Well, we sometimes do.
Most people with cancer of prostate don't get specific symptoms.
The Prostate Center recommends that men get PSA tests at age 40.
It's a blood test.
It does have some false positives.
But elevated prostate-specific antigen levels, PSA, usually indicates there's a problem.
It's very sensitive. The PSA marker that we use for disease in the prostate is because it's getting into the bloodstream when it shouldn't. And that can be from cancer, infection, or other disease of the prostate.
The other test is the digital rectal exam.
You know, the treatment's a heck of a lot worse than the exam, I gotta tell you that.
If a PSA and a rectal exam are concerned, we'll go straight to a prostate biopsy. The options really for treatment now are surgery, radiation, or intermittent hormone therapy, depending on the stage.
There's a waiting time in there when you know that your PSA test is elevated, something didn't feel right through the digital rectal exam, and you're waiting for an appointment with your doctor. So there's a point of stress and anxiety there that can be overwhelming for most patients.
The Prostate Center, the only one in Canada, supports men and their families dealing with prostate health issues.
Whether it's biopsy next, whether it's, yeah, I have prostate cancer, yep, let's decide upon treatment.
No referrals are needed. The services are free.
No problem.
Donations and funding from the West Coast Motorcycle Ride to Live keep the doors open, finance local research, provide free PSA testing on Men's Health Day, and create awareness.
Making men understand the importance of annual testing and screening for this disease.
Get in there and get your PSA checked.
The ride doesn't have to end.
Use your head. Get checked. Let's ride.